Good morning. This is Geri from Geri's Garden Gifts. It's a beautiful fall morning. September already. This is my fall garden. We have peas, broccoli, cauliflower. The beets are just popping out of the ground. You can see them there. Swing around over to here. Look at this tomato plant. Just gotten enormous. And there's one tomato in there. Not many blooms on it. Down here we have cantaloupe. Got that in a little late, so don't know if we'll get cantaloupe. We do have blooms, we do have bees. And of course there's my pineapple. Now we swing over here. Of course, more pumpkins. I always have pumpkins. And this beautiful zucchini down in there. Look at that zucchini. It's doing quite well. I've taken down all of the corn. There's no more corn. The butternut squash is prolific, though. I have about 4 plants, I believe. We can get down in there and see that one. There it is. There's quite a few on this plant down here in the lower garden. A couple over there hanging off the wall. Pumpkin sitting on top of the wall. And let's swing around. Oh, more zucchini. I will be grating that, putting it in the freezer, and saving it for in the winter when I make zucchini bread. Pretty little zinnia blooming down here. And this is okra. Huge. It's gotten huge. There was, there's some okra in there. Can't quite make it out though. There it is. There it is. Okay. And more tomato plants. I have cherry tomato plants over here. I have yellow pear tomatoes over here. And I have big, I think they're early girl or better boy. Lots of blooms. And another sunflower coming up. Pulled up most of the sunflowers. And here we have yellow squash. And it has just done wonderful. Lots and lots and lots of yellow squash. And this, that's a tomatillo plant. They're all over the yard and they're blooming, but I have yet to see any fruit on them. Another butternut squash plant over here. And in there is the butternut. There's about 4 of them on this plant. Yeah, I'll be picking them soon because the limbs are drying up and that's when I know to pick them. String beans, haven't picked those in quite a while. Now over here is a pepper plant. There's actually about 3 of them I planted by seed and they're blooming. They'll probably grow all year long. I'll be able to keep them because it doesn't get too cold here in Rainbow. The watermelon's almost done. We picked 2 38-pounders. This is a young one. I don't know if it'll get ripe before the season is over or not, but there's another one over here. There it is. These may be 10 or 15 pounders. Pulled up all of my summer garden except for the pumpkins and the watermelon. Little teeny tiny watermelon over here, but I don't think it's gonna make it. It already looks sickly, so I'll be cutting all these vines back. I'll put beets and onions in here Have some beets here. Have some tomatoes here. The plant never did very well. I'm not sure what was wrong with the soil or what it was, but never did well. I already had to pull one up. I have beets in here where I used to have cucumbers. They're coming up sparsely, but I'll plant more. It'll be filled in. More yellow squash here. And we have onions in here, but they're so teensy tiny. I don't know. You could barely see them because they just barely came out of the ground. And that's a potato plant. Been in there for a very, very long time. Don't know if there's any potatoes under the ground. And here's that wild basil that keeps the bees happy. And in there is Robert's rhubarb, which really desperately needs to be cut today. And behind the rhubarb is a yellow pear tomato plant that I've been cutting and taking down because it's done for the year. And that vine you see over there is cantaloupe. I got one off of it last night, and I see way in the far corner there's still another one. My epiphyliums are blooming. They are absolutely beautiful. I have yellow, pink, white. I used to have red and orange, but I haven't seen one of them bloom lately. The white ones are in full bloom right now. The bloom is only going to last until the sun comes over the mountain, and then they will shrivel up like that. So it's sad. They're absolutely beautiful, but they only last just a few hours. We'll pan around here where I have a few more. This bush, well, I wouldn't call it a bush, has about 4 blooming and buds everywhere. So within the next couple of days, it'll be in full bloom. Sadly, they only last a day. That one there is the pink one, but there's no blooms on it this year. Looks a little sad. There's my eggplant. Haven't got any eggplants yet. And I do see a garlic popped out of the ground. Once again, this is my sweet potato vine, which has gone everywhere, and it is blooming. Don't know when to pull them. I do believe when the vine dries up. Don't know if I can get a shot of the blooms over there. No, yeah, you could see one up there in the corner. And we'll swing around here. This is the very first butternut squash I grew, and it has, oh yes, it has one large one still. Needs to be picked, then I will pull the vine up. My my peach tree, it had 4 peaches on it. First year, it grew up in the compost pile. Peaches were really good. Now this is a tomato plant that I have just fought with since I bought it, and I believe I may be pulling it up today because it's just wasting water and space. Chrysanthemums, my white rose bushes. Oh, 2 days ago this pink rose bush was just loaded, but with the heat, this is Labor Day, and the heat was so bad, nothing lasts very long. The blooms come, the heat comes, and away they go. You can hear Mr. Rooster. We'll go see him in a minute. More zucchini. There's a nice zucchini. Probably pick it today or tomorrow. And as I told you earlier, this is cantaloupe plant. There is a cantaloupe. Give it a week or two. Be ready to pick. On the other side of the rhubarb. And this is I picked this yesterday. There's a couple of them out here, and they are called Katari. And I picked one, and they must have red fruit inside because where I picked it, it kept dripping red juice. There's one. They're very tiny. And there's one over there. And I pulled all the pumpkins that were here, and a gopher or something ate one. So I just buried the seeds. Well, I now have more pumpkin plants here. So we will have a lot of pumpkins for Halloween. I also have, we step over here. Yeah, there's another pumpkin. But this is a watermelon that I don't remember planting. I brought one in the house yesterday, so we'll open it today and see if it's any good. Also, it had 4 on it earlier in the season, but they split open before they were even ripe. And over here, we have lots of peppers in here. We have jalapenos, we have rainbow peppers, we have poblanos. Can you see them? Lots of peppers. Those jalapenos need to be picked. Well, let's go down and say good morning to Mr. Rooster. Here's the little baby chicks. They're getting big, and boy, they came running to see me. They think I'm going to bring them some watermelon or something. They absolutely love watermelon. Mister, come out and say hello. Oh, you're going to peck at me? Hi there, little lady. Hi. Mister's not coming out. He's with Miss Blackie in there. Come on, Mister. Let's see if he will come out. Come on out. Come on out, Mister. Come on. Come on. He was out earlier, but he's in there with Miss Blackie. Oh, they knocked one of their water troughs over. Well, I guess he's not going to say hello. I guess I'll come out of this pen and go in the small one, and maybe we'll be able to see him this morning. I'll throw them some mealworms and they'll... Hey, mister, I'm going to open this cage. Don't you dare come out. There we go. And there's Miss Blackie. She's actually been laying eggs. She's doing much better, poor little thing. We got her from a neighbor. Come on. Come on, mister. Say hello. You all like some mealworms? I see you knocked over the tray. You have to buy some more. They like those. It scares them when here, Blackie. Here you go, Miss Lady. Well, he's not going to talk to us, so... Oh. This is one of our oak trees we had to cut down. The roots are getting in the septic system, and that's not good. That's not good. Want to have a good, clean septic system that works efficiently. So we cut it down, and next weekend we'll be able to chip up the pile. Look at this beautiful plumbago that's just gotten so enormous. It's so pretty. I love blue flowers. Ah, there's Mr. Rooster saying hello. Let's walk around here. And you can, oh, no, the pile is behind me. I thought the pile of brush was here. Sun is coming up over the mountain. Look at that pile of brush that's got to be chipped or shredded. Will give me a great deal of chips for the garden. Well, the sun is coming over the mountain. We had a fire on the other side of the mountain, so air quality this morning isn't the greatest, but it's not really very bad. This is a blood orange. We have a blood orange here. Really, really good oranges. Well, I was hoping I had a rose that was open and pretty to show you this morning, but sadly I don't. So this is Geri signing off, hoping you had a great tour. Enjoy fall because it's coming. Bye now.